I still get a kick out of this view. I don't understand why we've got it, but we do. Guys, welcome back to another Slime Fun episode with Boomer. We're having some fun here in the new building. I wanted to bring you an update real quick on what we're working on today's project. Hopefully the first thing you noticed is the new trash can. So the old one that we were using that works similar to a disposal sign, we're going to put that up in this room somewhere. This is the Slimefun trash can. When items hit this, they automatically disappear in a very short period of time. Matter of fact, I wanted to get a few just to show you. Those are permanently gone. So this is the active trash can that you'll find in Slimefun. So what I've set up is for both flint and clay. As the flint fills up and as the clay fills up, I don't have to worry about it backing up anymore. What I've done is I've actually set the goal pans to round robin, where one clay comes in here, one clay hits the trash can. One flint comes in, one hits the trash can. So I say, why, Boomer, why waste all that good stuff? Well, down the road, we're going to recycle the flint and the cobble. Excuse me, but we're not far enough along yet. We don't have the equipment. And you say about clay, what about clay? Well, I don't have the storage capacity yet. That's coming. But for today's purpose, I do want to kind of bring you up. We've gotten going here a little bit. Most of these have at least a full chest worth. Even a copper is starting to recoup. But I wanted to update you on our sulfate farm. We've got some sulfate going, baby. We've got enough for, let's see, roughly 164 batteries in there. That's a good start. We have upgraded some of the equipment. So we've got the basic cobble gen that we started with. We now have a level 3 furnace. We was going so slow on level 1, it was taking like 20 minutes to get me one sulfate. So we upgraded the furnace to level 3, but then here's what happened. The composter is still on level 1. Level 2, I believe, goes at 4 times speed, which should be sufficient because it's got to make 16 stone to get 4 netherrack. So I'm going to upgrade the composter at level 2. Either be this or the next episode, just to get the sulfate going faster. I want to be able to pump out, I'm looking to make, I'd like to put together about 500 motors here soon, just to have them done and ready between motors, heating coils, and cargo motors, that is. I need to also set up an iron golem farm because I need to get those circuit boards, and I need to start working on advancing some of these machines to be able to really start cranking. But before we can do that, we need somewhere to put everything. So we're going to expand into a new section into our guide. When I went online, I could find absolutely nothing on this plugin. Now, I don't know if that's just because the wiki is very poorly documented from what I can see. I couldn't get anything on it. I did not see anybody that I could find who even had videos on it on YouTube. So this was truly a learning experience on how they work, which is great because, like I said, that's how I kind of like to learn, is trial and error. I'm not saying I've got it down 100% yet, but we're working on it. So we're going to talk about fluffy barrels. And I started with this. There's 3 different storage types in here. We've got the fluffy barrels. Let me just back out of the guide so you can see which one this is. Fluffy barrels was one. Now there's another item storage in here as well, storage and transport. And I started looking at these. And these were also part of those output and item ducts that we talked about. Really cheap to craft. I mean, this was it for a storage facility of 6,400 items. Probably about the same amount if I'd made 2 double chests to put hoppers on it. So from a cost perspective, it wasn't bad. Upgrading to the next level up, not bad. 2 machine circuits, 6 mag steel. So it wasn't expensive. And that's ultimately what we're going to get to, though, would be the infinite storage units. There's one problem. They're incompatible with Slimefun networks. They will not work. What we will have to probably do is find some way to get the Slimefun network to match up to the output duct. When moving the items from the flint and the clay chest to a output node up against the basic storage unit, the items would not go into the storage unit. So what we're going to have to test is, can an output duct accept items from an output node? If it can, well, great. That puts the infinite storage unit back into play. Right now, it can't. I haven't found a way to do it, and I haven't gotten around to testing this yet. You know what? Let's go ahead. I've got those set up back in the other room. Oh, it's becoming dark. Let's just grab one for now. And let's see. I don't have any chest on me. I was actually getting ready to go to the nether to show you guys what I was working on. Here, that's okay. We'll just grab one of each. All right. I should have just jumped over the chest. Would have been so much easier. So let's try it. Okay. We're going to take this node off of the zinc just for the moment. We're going to put the item... Oh, that's right. You got to place the chest first. Nice going, Boomer. Place that down. And then let's get that network node. Whoa, did I just put it on my head? I did. Oh, that looks so funny. Look at that. Oh, I'm a Cyclops. All right. Bingo. Now, channel 3, zinc. Let's watch it. You know what? Let's kind of help this along by putting the dust in here. Oh, you can see zinc's already backing up. It's not coming out. If I take the aluminum out, I put the zinc in, zinc's not moving. Let's make sure we are on the right channel. Channel 3, zinc, advanced cargo output node. So let's try something. Let's put some in there first. Let's see if we can get it to work. It won't even put it in the chest. It won't even put it in the chest. What if I do this? Nope, it still won't move them into the chest. All right, well, that answers our question. If we're going to use the infinity storage unit, then we're going to have to test them for hopper compatibility, because at this point, we now know that networks in Slimefun are not an option at all. It's really disappointing. Oh, I did it again. All right, well, we'll have to come back to that at some point in the future. That's aluminum dust. Get that out of there. That'll restore our zinc. Okay, well, now that we know the answer to that, that means we're going to have to work on the fluffy machines. Well, fluffy barrels. So let's come back to our fluffy barrels. You have a small barrel that holds 17,000 items. That's what we're attempting to craft right now. And I started going through just trying to understand, what is it going to take? 6 oak logs, 2 barrels, real cheap, until I hit this sucker. Which means I need 8 reinforced alloys. And you know what goes in here, right? Of the 6, 2 of the hardest ingots to craft from a standpoint of cost. So to put all of this together, and I was initially going to do 18 of these things, where I was going to do 1 for the dust and 1 for each ingot. And I just got texted, awesome, that I realized the sheer amount of resources that it was going to take. I was going to be mining coal for days. I've spent 4 hours mining coal so far today, and I'll talk to you in a second about that. So we need carbon for the Damascus, for the steel ingots. We need carbon, all right? And then for the hardened metal, oh yeah, we need compressed carbon and more Damascus steel ingots. Do you know how much freaking coal I need? 5,760 coal. That's insane. I mean, essentially, you know, like 1 3/4 chest worth. So I measured it out, and it was roughly 90 stacks. If I'm doing the math right, 64 times 90, yeah, 5760. So I need 45 stacks of coal ore, because I can put them in the ore grinder and get 2 coal out of each. I don't have a fortune pick yet. That's one of the other things we're going to need for sure. So I've been using my advanced industrial miner to strip mine everything out from underneath me. And I've been storing coal in here. I've probably spent 4 hours so far pulling coal ore out of the ground. And giving that much time, here's what I've got. I have 31 and roughly 2/3 of a stack of running the industrial miner. I really should have set up a second one because they're not that expensive. So I still need another, essentially almost 14 stacks. Every time I run the industrial miner, I get between 3/4 of a stack and 1 3/4 roughly. So I'm guessing I need to run it, 8 to 10 more times to get this filled up to here. Then I can take my 5,760 coal, or, no, I'm sorry, not my 5,760, my 2,880 coal ore, turn it into 5,760 coal, turn that into my 720 carbons, and then however many compressed carbons I need. Slimefun can be a grindy dog, can't it? So I'm out of lava. So I'm going to go to the nether. I'm going to refill these 26 buckets, come back, run the industrial miner, get us up to 45 stacks, and then I'll see you when we do. All right, here we go. After about another hour of running our industrial miner, we've picked up the remaining stacks that we needed. So the 34 is the leftover. We've now got to run all of these through the ore grinder to double the number of coal so we can start making our carbons and our compressed carbons, as we need to make 72 reinforced ingots. Oh, hey. Here we go. Yes, this will be so much fun. I can't wait. We'll be right back. So guys, we're back, and I think we finally have everything we need now to craft our 72, yep, you heard it right, 72 reinforced ingots. We've got our 24 karat gold, our dust, silver, copper, lead, tin, more copper, aluminum, carbon, iron, just so many things. So let's put these all together. We've got our crafting table over there. So first thing we need is a 24 karat gold. Now we have only room for 64 at a time, so we'll have to come back and do the other ones. So the billing is going to be silver, copper, and silver. So let's get a stack. It's going to be over here. So we need a stack of silver dust, silver ingot, and silver coppers. So I don't know if I said for sure exactly how many of these I'm going to build. I think I said the goal was 18 initially of these small fluffy barrels, simply to give me a storage facility for dust and ingots. And then after looking at how much work it was going to take, that I quickly realized this was not an option. So instead, I decided on 9. Let's see, lead, tin, lead. I went with 9, and then we're going to use a chest for now, just to house ingots. Where did I put the tin? Tin. So I'll do 9 of these storage facilities, and then I'm going to do 9 chests just for the ingots for the short term. Eventually what will happen is I'll upgrade the I know there's one, and I haven't tested it, that holds 1 billion items. It's not the infinity, but it holds something like, there's 2 billion items. It's like 33 million stacks, the HSU storage unit. So that we'll have to make sure that that one works with network. If not, then we'll just have to keep expanding upon what we're working on. Corinthian bronze. So we need copper, tin, copper. I didn't put all of these together yet. Copper, more tin, and copper dust. Just to show you, this is a lot of work. I mean, this is a lot of material and resources. So once these get going, then the next thing is we're going to upgrade our storage system, or our storage dust, let me back up, dust creation system. And then we're going to rearrange that room to start laying things in place for everything that we're going to add in there. Whoa, don't hit that fire. Okay, that was close. And then we need, what is it? Copper, gold, and silver. Wrong one. Copper, gold, and silver. Oh, whoops, that's the 16 stack. I'll have to go back, obviously, and finish up the last ones. But just to give you an idea, like I said, just what it takes to put together 72 reinforced ingots. At some point, this is going to be a fully automatic system where we won't have to lift a finger. My goal is to have every single ingot 100% automated. That's the ultimate goal. And then at that point, it'll be a cakewalk. Oh, shoot. And here I got to lift them up. Hang on. There we go. If they're not in the right spot there, they tend to have a connection. Okay, so steel, iron, carbon, iron. Let's see. Carbon, iron. It's aluminum, iron dust. So we'll set it up to where literally every ingot, every magnet, anything that can be automatically smelted, auto-crafted up to a certain point. I mean, I'm not going to need 500 ore grinders, hopefully. But that's going to be the goal, is to truly automate everything to the maximum extent that it can be. Iron ingot, iron dust, and carbon again. Carbon, iron ingot, iron dust, and the steel. This is where we got to make sure we do this right so we get Damascus, right? Yep. Okay. Some of the machines will automate, you know, where we can magnets, electromagnets, motors, coils, cargo motors. Now we got to do that again because we need Damascus for the hardened. I'm just going to stick those up in there so we can do this process one more time. So again, steel ingot is carbon, iron, iron. Hopefully I remembered to get this entire list right. So far it looks good, because I know I'm going to have 8 more left over to do on my own. It's going to take us a while to get there too, because now I'm also going to need, I'm out of network nodes, connectors, out of input. I've got some output nodes left. Or maybe it's input nodes. It's an input nodes. I have a few left. But I don't have nearly enough. So carbon, iron, iron again. Carbon, iron, iron one more time. Iron, carbon, iron, and steel. Make sure we get Damascus. Yep. Okay. But it's a ways away, you know, and as we start to learn more of the newer things, as a matter of fact, I just saw out tonight there are 2 more add-ons that were recently released that I want to look into. Whoops, hardened. Okay, so now we need duralumin, which is aluminum, copper, and aluminum. Aluminum. Let's see, copper dust and aluminum ingots. Bing, bang, bong. So I'll take a look into those 2 and see what they are. And since they're new, I'm assuming they're compatible with 116. I forget what they're called. I apologize. I read them. A post that Busy Biscuit just put into the official Discord a couple days ago. So you might even be able to find it simply by going on if you're a part of that Discord. I don't really post and watch a whole lot in there, but I do try to watch for the announcements at least. Oh, no, tin, copper, tin, and copper. Just to try to keep abreast of anything big that comes out. I know the emerald enchants are being retired, and I don't think I added those to this. When I looked it up, I really was not impressed. And from what I'm hearing, there are only a handful of servers that were even using them worldwide. So it really did not seem like something to add in, and I guess it was the right call since they're going to abandon Emerald Enchants very shortly here. Okay, so this will give us our aluminum bronze, and then we should be able to make the hardened, and then get our first 64, and then I'll just go back off camera and finish the last 8. I need to go grab my laptop charger anyways. My battery just warned me I'm down to like 15%. So if I disappear suddenly, you'll know why. Whoops. No, hang on. There we go. Boom. All right, hardened steel coming up. And you know, I just realized I put those ingots in the craft bench, the workbench, and I need to actually bring them into here. So we'll leave that hardened metal in here. Grab these right away. They're not crafted, they're smelted. Get in there. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I'm in a it should be in a dispenser. I forgot to pull the hardens out. There we go. Boy, that's a tight fit to hit that. I don't always get it. All right, so here it comes. In my opinion, I think the most expensive ingot there is. So far, reinforced. So I got to make those last 8. Give me a few minutes, I'll be right back. So I think we're finally ready to do this. So we need 54 logs. The rest we need to turn into planks and slabs. We need 18. 3 short. There we go. And then we need 54. Right? And then 54. I don't know what I do. Just do 108. I don't know. There's the other 9. Oh, darn it. Hold on. I'm really not thinking through right now. There we go. We knew we were going to have a tiny bit of wood left over, which is fine. We just rounded up. Okay, now let's try this. Whoops. Oh, pressure plates. Oh, not only that, we got to go into magical workbench. Or not magical, you know what I mean. This thing. There we go. Now let's try this again, Boomer. It's late. But, oh, and you know what? You can't craft it. I don't have an output chest. Oh, I gotta do this one at a time. You know what? I'm just gonna go get one from the other room. We're moving over here anyways. So, which one? Yeah, I just put one on here. Let's take it off of this one. That was just done for the convenience of the coal. Where'd it go? Number 6. Okay. All right. 9 small, fluffy barrels. So these will replace our storage for the dust. And then we're going to mount the ingots after we put in the ingot factories. So what the goal is to round robin all the dust. One will go to the dust, one will go to the ingot factory, one will go to the dust, one will go to the ingot factory. So that way we're storing up a little bit of both. We want to have to, you know, move all the stuff out of the chest first, break the chest, put the things down, rebuild it back up. So this room really needs an overhaul. and how we're going to lay things out. Before I do that, I need to kind of think through how much dust do I want to create and how big is the capacity going to be to start with. I've got the materials now to probably pump out a couple, maybe 2 stacks of motors. So the ore grinders, the gold pans, the dust washers, I should be able to at least, I'm just trying to do the math in my head here to figure out how do I want to stack these. My initial thought was going to be probably like 25 ore grinders, 12 gold pans, and either 5 or 6 dust washers. I might do 24, 12, 6. I know the balance will be off slightly, but a stack a little bit neater. And not only that, I can run those on the end of the system to where I don't have to put, an extension. Well, the room is 17 wide. Yeah, I may go up vertical. I'm going to work on this anyways, just to figure out how do I want to relay this room out, because we know we have more machines coming in. We're going to be bringing in smelteries as well. We're going to bring in ingots. And then I think what's going to happen is we're going to knock down this wall and extend the build to set up all the auto smelting of all the ingots, the auto crafting of all the machines. I think we're just going to expand this warehouse to a lot bigger. And that's what I'm going to start working on. I think I'm going to wrap this up. It's pretty late by me. It's after 11. I thank you guys for taking the time for watching. I really appreciate that. And if you're new or you've been watching for a while, if you would be so kind to consider subscribing, make sure you turn that notification bell on so you know when another great, fun Slimefun episode comes out. But as always, when you're playing Minecraft, you gotta go boomer or you gotta go home. We'll see you later.